muckers, welcome to the circus, and you're not in for a treat today, but I hope you stay nonetheless and watch. So actually I do think you're in for a treat because we have the back and forth argument that happened between Angelika Oles, who is a drama channel, commentary channel here on YouTube, and Gabbie Hanna, Gabbie Hanna. So we had an argument that was going on for days between these two. Now, I mean days. Like, this started a couple days ago and is still continuing to happen. And Gabbie, not Angelika, continues to engage in this. And also, Gabbie, not Angelika, continues to vent her frustrations about the other one, with the other one not getting involved. Which is what we see with Gabbie's one-sided arguments all the time. However, we have a bunch of tweets to get through, so we're just going to go through them. So this started, a little bit of context, really quick context, because we have so much to get through. Gabbie Hanna started attacking randomly this channel who did a bunch of reviews of Gabbie's poetry, and they weren't even that harsh, but they were basically, you know, coming after the poetry in certain ways. And again, you're allowed to do that if someone buys Gabbie's art. Then they're allowed to talk about it, and that includes praising it, criticizing it, whatever. Gabbie is just so, like, cannot take any criticism and can't just take any opinion that is not going straight up her ass. So, you know, otherwise she'll just, you know, smoke her J and, you know, she'll go into the studio or something. So here we have, I'm just gonna get through this. So Gabbie said, no one cares about her unless she's talking about me, about this person who makes videos about Gabbie's poetry, and then Rachel Oates, 4K views on a get ready with me and chat, which is just so weird whenever Gabbie preaches that, you know, it's not all about views, not all about whatever. It's just like, so you prove that you do care about views, and views are what matters. So Angelika Oles said, I just think this is unnecessary. Say your part about criticism, hate, whatever you call it, but multiple tweets calling someone obsessive and a bully, whilst being obsessive and a bully back, is an interesting way to go about things. Then, Gabbie Hanna said, immediately, so standing up to a bully is bullying them? I'm the only person who's supposed to sit back and allow people to exploit me and harass me, because if I defend myself, I'm a bully. What are you? Shut the fuck up, Angelika. Go back to law school. A little bit of context. Angelika Oles, YouTuber, was at law school, dropped out of law school. Again, I dropped out of college. Many people dropped out of college. But here we have Gabbie Hanna not only proving that she thinks of people based on how many likes and views you get, but whether you have an education. Great look. Great look, Gabbie. I hope your little minion fans are observing how you think of them, because I know a lot of them are in the same boat. So, Gabbie then looked up every video Angelika has made on Gabbie. Again, this is Angelika's literal job, so I don't really understand this point at all. So then Angelika responded and said, you're choosing the narrative that you want to, you know, run with, and then said, I just watched Gabbie's Instagram story and she keeps on calling Rachel, who is the YouTuber, a manipulative bitch, narcissist, abuser, among other things, because Rachel criticized her book. How about instead of calling her a bitch every 2 seconds, you criticize her videos back, Gabbie? Then Gabbie responds by saying, this is the bitch in high school who draws on your yearbook photo to be an asshole and laugh with your friends. Don't delude yourself into thinking you're anything more than a high school fucking bully. Why are you involving yourself, you attention seeker, at Angelika Oles? And then again, just 2 more videos that Angelika has made on Gabbie. Then Gabbie responded by saying, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm done being silenced. If you personally feel scared by that, you should be. Crickets. Crickets. So then, Angelika responds to someone and basically says that Gabbie's favorite word is gaslight, which we're aware. I basically responded to Angelika saying there's no way Gabbie devoted an entire Instagram story to this situation with the other YouTuber criticizing Gabbie's book. Then Angelika said, actually Adam, a 7-minute long story, which then turned into like a 30-minute long story, then one about Angelika, then one about another person, and it's like, Gabbie, go smoke your J. You know what I mean? Then, Angelika goes on to say, you're not comparing manipulative bitch, narcissist, and abuser to the word bully, are you? Come on now. Then Angelika goes on to say, you're clearly going through something right now. Good luck with whatever it is. Which is very clear that Gabbie is. Then, Angelika retweeted a tweet from T-Spill that basically proved that Gabbie just changes her narrative like this. And it was that Gabbie responded to one of Angelika's videos saying, this is very sweet. Thank you so much, Angelika. This was a lovely welcome back to the platform. I hope you enjoy what's to come. Which was, Angelika, if I remember, made a video after Gabbie went away for a while and then came back, and Gabbie seemed to be in a really good spot, which was whenever we started liking her on this channel, Mucker. Well, I can't speak for you, my Mucker, but I can speak for me. I started to like Gabbie again because she looked like she was changing, and Angelika did as well, and Gabbie commented on Angelika's video, like, praising her, and now, Angelika, Gabbie's always hated you. So then we go on, and Gabbie just runs with this new narrative, which is, is it unnecessary to call someone a bully, Angelika? Is that mean? Toxic? A gross generalization made on someone I've never met? These narcissistic, confused, goofy-ass bitches, I swear to God, they don't even try not to be hypocritical. And then it's just another video that Angelika made on Gabbie, which I don't understand the point here. Like, okay. So then Gabbie responds with that someone had basically said that Angelika was making fun of, like, the entire concept of Angelika's video was making fun of Gabbie's nose because Angelika put a fisheye effect on this picture like Angelika did with every video that Angelika made around this era, and that Emma Chamberlain was doing, Antonio Garza, and so Gabbie thought, let me run with this narrative too, because I have nothing else to work with. It's so funny to make it's so funny to make fun of the Middle Eastern girl's nose. Ha 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 ha. I didn't hear that since kindergarten. What? So then people were responding saying, also, Gabbie, Angelika literally did this with every YouTuber. But again, if Gabbie can't run with a narrative that's not real, she wouldn't be Gabbie Hanna. Then, Gabbie said, and goes on, like, sorry, I'm just, they're honest, if you're wondering what my brain is doing right now, Gabbie has tweeted maybe like 10 times about Angelika, and I'm just like, going through, and I'm like, I don't want to have to put you through reading each of these, so I'm just like, you know what, let's go back to Angelika. Angelika said, responding to Gabbie, saying, victims often seek the acceptance from their abuser in hopes that they stop abusing. This is not internet hate, it's a grown real woman relentlessly harassing another grown woman. So, Gabbie is now responding to the nice comment that Gabbie left on Angelika's video, and is now saying that Gabbie is the victim, and was seeking acceptance from her abuser, which is Angelika, because Angelika made drama videos on Gabbie while Gabbie was in drama. Okay? So Angelika responded saying, right, so all the conversations we had where I encouraged you to keep doing YouTube was me being an abuser and you being a victim, like always, Gabbie? You sending me your book, me defending you and getting shit from my audience about it because, you know, Angelika was defending Gabbie, which is very unpopular to do. And it's like, Gabbie runs with every narrative she can. Woman harassing woman, man harassing woman, woman harassing man, woman harassing Middle Eastern woman, man harassing Middle Eastern woman. Like, anything that man harassing victims, woman harassing victims, woman harassing YouTuber, literally anything that Gabbie can feel she can, like, victimize herself with, we're seeing that she'll go to the extreme to do it. So now we go on and says, Angelika tweeted, which I think is a really good tweet, no wonder everyone in LA warns people against you, Gabbie. I haven't seen one person have a good experience with you. Trisha, people on set of Escape the Night, which we've all talked about and is all true, that people really do not like Gabbie after meeting her. Jesse smiles and the list goes on. Maybe it's actually you that's the problem and not everyone else. So then we said, after Angelika goes on responding to Gabbie just calling her like a bitch or whatever. And Angelika said, and you're the bitch in high school who made up rumors about people to gain social relevance then. How many of your story times, which is what Gabbie gained her following on, were just about you, and how many people, you know, were not involved in them? Always about her. How many people, you know, have just said bad things about you? So then we go on, and Gabbie responded saying, to someone who said, yes, like they're allowed to shit talk you like always because they're just doing your job, but when you do it back, you need to apologize. Gabbie responds by saying, this is my job too. I'm a storyteller. That's another one for the list. And then Angelika said, oh yes, a storyteller of other people's stories. Didn't the parents ask you to take this down? Which was a video Gabbie watched, which I remember watching this moment and couldn't believe it. The time a girl died in 7th period, trigger warning, 10 million views, where Gabbie literally just told someone else's story, if you know what I mean, story, and monetized it. And created uproar in her hometown, and the parents were upset and all like this. And so Gabbie, you are the storyteller, I guess. I don't know, my memory might be failing me, but I thought they were pretty upset by this video. Oh well, that paycheck must have been huge. So a $10 CPM on YouTube with 10 million views means that Gabbie Hanna allegedly made on this video $100,000 by going out of her way to tell someone's story, and it wasn't her story to tell, just because she wanted a story time. Going against the parents, by the way. And so Angelika responds to Gabbie, insinuating that Angelika is being, like, racist, making fun of her nose, and says, it's almost like I used to do the edit to everyone, including myself. Here we see Angelika doing the edit to herself, but again, Gabbie can't be victim in that situation. So, then we go on, and it says, someone said, I'm a fan of Gabbie Hanna, but this is disappointing. So, it is a video of Gabbie saying about how views don't define you, even though now we're seeing that Gabbie is weaponizing views that Angelika gets and Rachel Oles gets against them by saying that they're not good people or not liked people because they can't get views. But here we have Gabbie herself, just listen.
Irrelevant. Dude, that's the meanest thing you can call someone. I think irrelevant, because at its very core, you're saying this is all you're worth is these numbers. And
Ooh.
Without that, you're irrelevant.
Wow.
5 minutes later.
You mean
So, yes, that's copyright, but basically, we have Gabbie Hanna saying that, Mucker, I don't even need to go into it. So, Angelika then tweeted, my favorite tweet. Also, Gabbie Hanna is bold calling someone else irrelevant. And here we have Gabbie Hanna's new second channel that Gabbie has been promoting for the past maybe 6 months and is still yet to get 100,000 subscribers on. Gabbie Hanna has been promoting this channel on her channel with 5 million, I think even more, I don't know, subscribers on her main channel, this new channel, and literally not even 100,000 of those people care enough to subscribe to her new channel. And her new videos, Gabbie Hanna's new videos, reach around 25,000 views, 37,000 views, 18,000 views, 50,000 views, 20,000, 30,000. Gabbie Hanna literally gets the same amount of views that I do. And this is Gabbie saying that I get millions whenever I don't talk about you. And it's like, okay. And so Gabbie, again, if we're going to go down the route of views, calling someone irrelevant is incredibly hypocritical. So then we go on, and Angelika tweeted and said, at some point we need to have the conversation about why female commentators get more shit than male commentators. Or why female YouTubers get cancelled for less than male YouTubers. When a man talks about drama, he's a commentary channel, but when a woman does, it's a petty drama channel. A man criticizes, but a woman gossips and is, you know, hating. Men are given space to grow and learn, but women are supposed to be perfect from the start. And so I responded by basically saying that, you know, Gabbie feeds into this narrative, and Gabbie seems like just like a pick-me woman and is always, you know, against women so that men can like her. And then we go on, and Gabbie responded and said to Angelika's tweet, I'm very excited to have this conversation about sexism and unfair standards towards women in media with you. So, I don't even know. So, Gabbie responds to someone saying that Angelika blocked them. Gabbie said, this bitch for real cannot handle a drop of criticism. Are we sensing the irony, Mucker? I've never blocked anyone unless they were threatening me or leaking my music. These birds are so weak, lol. Wow. Then Angelika says, how many times will Gabbie Hanna call me, another woman, a bitch before she takes notes about her internalized misogyny? And then this is unfucking real. Then, Gabbie Hanna responds to Angelika's tweet and says, "My finger points to the people who started it. I'm not leaning towards who follows criticizing me. Most people who criticize my book never read it." No, we read it and it was shit. "Most people who said I exploited, an M-U-R-D-E-R for, a story time, didn't look into it. Some people just have malicious intent like Angelika, and some are riding for the bandwagon when someone was like, why aren't you attacking, the male drama channels, but you're attacking Angelika only?" And Angelika said, "Interesting, because the first time you got called out for Kenza Cosmetics, it was by a man, and then you chose to come after me for it." So, Angelika gets this tweet in response from Gabbie. It says, "Hey babes, a manipulative narcissistic liar. I apologize for this immediately after speaking to her mother and apologize privately. You, however, have ignored the calls of Bianca's mother who expressed the hurt you caused her." And then a video from Gabbie saying, "A conversation with the grieving mother and an apology," which again, monetized video, and Gabbie made nearly $100,000 allegedly off of the story in the first place while knowing it was bad. Then Gabbie said, Angelika, so much back and forth. "You apologize after exploiting her story for 10 million views without their consent. My point was not whether you were forgiven or not. It's that your career," Angelika has such a good point here, "is based off of other people's stories and agendas, so it's hypocritical for you to come after drama channels." Such a good point. Such a good point. Okay, so then Gabbie Hanna responds with this video, who was part of the family of the girl who Gabbie made the video exploiting, and Angelika says, "You using a girl that passed away and her mum as a way to checkmate this is pathetic, and I refuse to talk to you further." So Gabbie's now using this person's, you know what I mean, as a way of one-upping Angelika. Please seek help, Gabbie. "I reported on something people felt icky about. The moment it got resolved, I stopped talking about it. My condolences are to the mother." Again, Angelika taking the approach of being like, "My condolences, I'm not talking about this further," and Gabbie being like, "Well, actually, let's talk about it because I can one-up you with this story. Gabbie, you're honestly disgusting." So, then we go on, and Angelika's like, "Gabbie is singling me out whenever everyone has talked about these different things." Then Gabbie started blocking a bunch of people. People are bringing up the fact that Gabbie is being hypocritical because she is blocking people in this moment. Then Gabbie is responding, talking about her poetry and talking about how great her poetry is all of a sudden. And it's just like, what is going on? Like, I'm now scrolling through Gabbie Hanna's Twitter and it's just her still going after Angelika. Like, even now. Like, today. Bestie, I mean, I'm scrolling, still, today. Do you not have, like, even a poetry book to write? Right. This is embarrassing. Like, I mean, severely. I'm scrolling through. Yeah, bestie. Yeah, and so now we have this.
I'm on Angelika Oles because I think it's really fucking weird that a grown woman consistently inserts herself into my life and situations always without knowing literally fucking anything. So of course, Miss Angelika, she fucking help herself because she's desperate for fucking attention, and she
what are you,
that
Gabbie?
My name gets her a lot of a fucking attention. Weighed in yesterday.
Gabbie?
Nobody fucking asked.
Gabbie is so brave for saying that, like, talking about her gets us attention when literally she gets 20,000 views on YouTube.
And then I responded, and guess what? I'm malicious. I'm drama seeking. She inserted herself into a situation that had literally nothing to fucking do with her.
Drama channel.
Okay, so here's where the shit gets a little bit froggy. A few years ago, I told a story about when I was in class and a girl OD'd. And I was telling it from my lens of being in class and having to be in lockdown. And
no, you exploited it for 10 million views and a big paycheck.
Of the family. And people called me out on that. And literally the next day or so, I contacted the mother, talked to her personally, apologized. And then a week later, on my next posting date, I uploaded an apology because it was the right thing to do. Now, Angelika, the manipulative asshole that she is, tweeted the video from 4 years ago about the death and saying how fucked up I am that did not show the apology that I posted that's still up and has like 5 million views. Here's where it gets even more fucked. So the sweet hypocrisy of all of this is Angelika actually started a campaign exploiting the murder of Bianca Devins as a way to make money off of me. And the mother asked for an apology.
Gabbie Hanna started all of this about this horrible event and got 10 million views. And is now coming for other people talking about the situation whenever it happened, when Gabbie was, like she would say, the first one to do it and not one of the followers. This hypocrisy.
From Angelika, she called her out specifically and said that she felt
what do you think about this?
exploited by Angelika. And the other drama channels too that I literally can't remember most of their names. I remember Angelika because she started it. It's not a woman thing. She's on Twitter right now saying that I'm sexist.
Gabbie, you started it.
I'm only talking about her, not the male creators. She's the biggest one, and she's also the one who started it. So
Gabbie,
she
you
should
started it.
apologize. So I apologized, Angelika. Where's your apology?
No one should be offended. No one should be. All these drama channels that are, you know, using Bianca for clout, it's absolutely ridiculous.
That's what
that's all you're doing.
We are offended about, and you guys also should be.
Yeah.
Not about Gabbie Hanna complimenting her.
Yeah. Gabbie wasn't using Bianca for clout like all these drama channels now want to turn it into something.
10 million
not.
views
She
about
didn't
the
do
story.
anything wrong.
But
And
hey,
even though
this
she
is
did
coming
do
from them, and I have to
anything
respect that.
offended,
I have to respect
She did
that.
reach out to me and Olivia and apologize.
It's just my
and we
opinion,
told her there's no reason for an apology because we don't see that you did anything wrong. We were absolutely not offended.
And she continued to post a 15-minute video about how she is sorry when she did not at all have to do.
A reminder that this isn't me starting drama. This is me responding to abuse since 2018, slanders and defamation since 2018.
Oh my God.
Constant gaslighting and consistently inserting herself into my life and drama. She inserted herself into this. I was speaking about my poetry in a situation.
We're giving opinions, you
and
fucking...
talking about the unfair criticism that women get. And Angelika inserted herself and said that it wasn't fair for me.
Why is it always Angelika inserts herself? Angelika, I never like that you started it. Oh my God.
Because that's what narcissistic, gaslighting, abusive people do, is they want to say whatever they want, and then if you respond, then you're a bully. If you stand up to your bully, you're a bully. That's narcissistic abuse, Miss Ma'am. Instead of getting defensive and impulsively tweeting and deflecting on Twitter, she could just apologize. She could look inward at herself, decide the mistakes and hypocrisies that she made, and grow as a person. But instead, she called me crazy, attention starting, say I'm having a breakdown.
You are.
Because I can finally defend myself. That's narcissistic abuse. Irony is, when I realized that I accidentally included a picture of a girl who happened to be murdered and I did not know about it, I tried to silently go in and blur it so it didn't draw attention to it and thus cause more trauma for the mother and family. And then they said that I was trying to run from accountability and make it seem like never happened and I can't own up to my actions. And then when the mother got on video and expressed that she felt exploited by people like Angelika, they went and silently removed the video and then never said anything about it again. Didn't apologize, didn't hold themselves accountable at all. They're just like hypocritical fake people who actually never cared about Bianca or her family.
Gabbie, nor did you. You started it. You just said that these people, including Angelika, deleted the video whenever Again, I was not a drama channel during this time and I'm very unaware of this situation. But going off your words, you just answered your own thing. You're like, why haven't they taken any account? You just said that they all deleted the videos. From what I'm hearing, you said, but you're deflecting away from the fact that you started all this. You seem to be the thing that starts all of this. Again, from an outsider's point of view, I was not around during this time. Mucker, if you know, let me know below, but like...
And exploited me for money using Bianca. It's pretty fucking disgusting. Apologize. Hold yourself accountable. I noticed that you posted a picture of a Tesla like right after and like during all that stuff. I know you made a lot of money. You could have donated any to Bianca's memorial fund, and you didn't, because she doesn't actually care about Bianca or her family. She just wanted views. She wanted to buy a Tesla. However, she brought up this morning on Twitter how women are unfairly...
This is just so wild to me, because Gabbie made so much money on that video that started all this. like, I'm just gonna, like, let this play, like, holy fuck.
Criticized in media and how she feels that she gets more unfair criticism than men on YouTube. And I just think that's such a fucking laugh. Like, how unself-aware she is, that she spends literally all day critiquing people and has started so many smear campaigns against a woman. And she's so upset that she thinks women are getting unfair treatment. I agree.
Gabbie's
so
such a
stop
pick me.
contributing to that misogynistic culture.
What are
said
you doing,
women get
Gabbie?
Canceled for much less than men. Have you lost your fucking mind, Angelika? You are saying that women get canceled for less than men?
Oh my god. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Gabbie, I might actually join you on smoking a J after all of that. Jesus Christ. Mucker, let me know what your opinion is on all this. I literally have nothing more to say about this feud. But don't worry, it continued. I'm just, like, I'm done. I've been recording for 30 minutes. Let's talk about it below. Gabbie is so unaware. I love you. I will see you in my next one. Stay safe, stay happy. I hope you enjoyed the circus. Bye, Mucker.